Okay, so let's try to make one with fractions. So here's a whole bunch of different fractions. I want to take this information and I want to put it in a dot plot. So the first thing I need to do is it would be helpful if I had them in order from least to greatest. So I'm going to look for the smallest fraction on here. So let's look, I've got 3/4, 1/2, 1/2, 3/4, 1 1/4, half, 3/4. Looking, so far a half is the smallest, 1 1/4, 1, half, 1, a half, 1, a half. So it looks like a half is the smallest one. So let's write down, okay, so there's a half. Any other halves? There's another one. Okay, any other halves? There's another one. There's another one. And there's another one. So I'm going to mark them off as I go. Now, what's a little larger than a half? Okay, what would be next? Next largest. I know for sure the largest ones are these ones that have whole numbers, right? 1 1/4. So what's next? I think 3/4 would be next. So 3/4 is larger than a half. So there's one. There's another one. There's another one. Keep going, looking. That looks like all of them. Okay, what's after 3/4? So far I have just ones left and 1 1/4. 1 1 1 1/4. 1 1 1. Okay, what's going to be next is the ones. So there's 1. 1 1/4 is larger. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. There's a lot. There's another one. There's another one right here. Okay, that's it. And then lastly, looks like 1/2 and 1/4. There's another one right here. 1/2 and 1/4. That's it. So now that I have these in order from least to greatest, I can make a number line that has fractions on it. So this one is going to be a little tricky. We haven't done number lines with fractions in a while, but I'm going to start my number line. Now, I know I have 1/2 is the smallest. So I know a half is less than 1 but greater than 0. And I know 1 1/4 is the largest. And I know that's greater than 1 but less than 2. Most of my numbers have 4 in the denominator. So I'm going to be making this separate into groups of 4. So if I started here at 0 and put a 1 right here and put a 2 right here. If I break these into fourths, right, what would this be, right? This is 1/4. This is 2/4. This is 3/4. Right? 1/2 is the same as 4/4. Let's keep going. If I still separate this one into fourths, same thing. Right? If this is 1, then this one right here is 1 and 1/4. This one is 1 and 2/4. This is 1 and 3/4. This one would be 1 and 4/4, which I know 4/4 is the same as 1/2, so that's 2 total wholes, right? This one would be 4/4, which is the same as 1, right? So now that I have properly set up my number line, I can make a dot plot. So this is probably the hardest part with the fraction ones, is making sure that your number line is correct and it has the right number of pieces. So let's take a look. My smallest one was all these 1/2s. Now none of these technically say 1/2, but one of my fractions is equivalent to 1/2. Which one of these fractions is 1/2? I should know it's exactly halfway between 0 and 1. What's exactly halfway? 2/4. That's the same as 1/2. So all of these are going to go up above the 2/4 line or the 1/2 line. So how many 1/2s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put 5 above here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, done with that one. How many 3/4 do we have? 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. How many 1s do we have? Don't forget this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then how many 1 and 1/4? We just have 2. So 1, 2. So looking at this, out of those 4 numbers, which one had the most? Looks like 1 had the most. Then the next largest would be the halves. Then the next largest, the 3/4. Then the next largest, 1 and 1/4. So this is how we make a dot plot. Again, with the fractions, the most important thing is making sure you have your number line done correctly.